Good morning. I'm going to be with you in 2 seconds. I've just got the kettle on, just making a brew. Oh, 1 second. I'm just going to have a call. 1 second. So that means I'm going to have to mute you for a minute. Alright. Hi, Global. Thanks for my cater. Right, brilliant. Pleased about that. 1 second. I'm just about to take a call from Ian. It's although now he's typing, so it might not be. Right, 1 second. Just make me a cup of tea and then I'll be with you. Hello. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Gone. Right, so let me come back in here and try and catch up on some chat. Sorry, literally as soon as I went live, Ian decides to ring. So, hello, just the person. I can't access the website. Is there a reason for this? I've tried 4 times. Last night comes up with a message saying I'm available. Is that because they're closed? Website's down at the moment. I will explain all of that in a second, Nanny. Global, I'll explain all of this. Okay, glad it's not me. I got all the way through to verified by feeds and shut down, so I don't know if it's gone through or not now. Doesn't appear to be in orders, but not sure. If it went all the way through to Visa and you didn't have to enter your security code and all that, it wouldn't have gone through. If you didn't get a WellPay email, it wouldn't have gone through. I would hazard a guess to say that if this was something you were trying to do this morning, 100% it did not go through. Right, everyone's sitting in hairdressers with foil sticking out of my head. You any better, Sue? Good morning, Danielle. Hi, good morning, all you bandits. I don't have sound. You have now. The little bit that's coming from my eyes just look like Rudolph, but still banged up. Morning, Jack. Warren's on mute. Phone to Ian. Oh dear, at least you look beautiful. How's your flu this morning? So always looks good. Feeling good is important as looking good. Lou, we all took coins out of change checkers. Does that include the queue? I would. I certainly don't look good when I wake up. I don't believe that at all, Sue. Not for a second. I have most £2 in his albums already. Sure, Scott would disagree. Right, so obviously you're aware that there is no website at the moment. Sorry, I'm just having a... Right. Where's that gone then? Oh, it's here. Right, so the website down. Oh, God, now what? Very nice. I'm going to turn that on to mute because you're all going to want to listen. So why is the website down at the moment? Simply, it's run by Shopify, and the Shopify bill, for one reason or another, has not been paid this month. You can put that down to several things. It could be the fact that John's not been well. John's been in the hospital. He normally deals with all of that. Ian's been away on, with his dad's funeral. So basically the website's down at the moment. How long that's going to be, I don't know. Will it be short term? Will it be long term? I haven't got a Scooby. To be honest with you, they've all taken their eyes off the ball. How something like that can be allowed to happen, I'm not too sure. The long and the short of it is that Ian has now tried to contact John to find out whether there's money in the account to pay the bill. But until John comes back and lets us know, we haven't got a Scooby whether there's even the money in the account to pay for the bill. So what does that mean? Well, it just means that if there's not money in the account, there won't be a website anymore. Ian assures me if that happens, he's not going down without a fight, but I kind of disagree. I think you lose your website, you've lost everything. There are a lot of things that are done through the website. Raffles, everything. I'm aware that at least one of the raffles sold out last night, and that's not been drawn yet. But at the moment, I can't even check that and have a look at it. So that's not something that we're able to do. So we got 2 options, or Ian's given us sort of 2 options really. Either we lose the website totally, which is just going to be an absolute nightmare, I'm not sure if it's true, but I would imagine that if we lose the website, then all orders that were placed or all orders that haven't been fulfilled aren't going to get fulfilled because we won't have access to see the orders. I don't know, really. I'm quite in shock, if I'm honest, that it can be allowed to get to this stage. And trust me, it's don't go shooting the messenger, because I've literally, and Lou will back me up. Sue will back it up. We've only just been told this morning in the WhatsApp group. None of us whatsoever have been aware of this. I personally myself went on the site last night about 11 o'clock and spent 90 quid's worth on there last night. So, you know, don't go shooting messengers, because it affects every one of us, not just you guys. The good news is the bill that needs to be paid is not massive. The bad news is how do we sell anything to pay for the bill when we haven't got access to the website? So basically, Ian has come up with 3 suggestions or 3 options. And these are, well, let me explain this first. Everybody's points, at the way it stands at the moment, everything on the website is lost. Everything. Points, orders that haven't been fulfilled, everything on there as it stands is lost. Until the bill is paid and we can get access back to the site, everything on there is gone. And that is everything. You know, I can't. I'm trying to not use the words that are going to get me kicked off the channel. I'm as angry as anybody else. Trust me. I said to you, I spent 90 quid on there last night. And those orders obviously haven't been fulfilled because there's nobody in the office at the moment. So yeah, as it stands at the moment, everything on the website is lost. We haven't got access to it whatsoever. This is all that happens when we try to log into the website. And I'm going to go against what Ian's saying. Ian's telling me that this has just been I don't know, a misjudgment or whatever. Well, sorry, I think that's the biggest load of crap I've heard. They don't just send you one bill and then cut your account off. You know, they will have sent reminders that bills need paying. They don't just send you one bill and cut you off because it's not been paid. I appreciate John's been in hospital, and John normally deals with all of this. I don't really understand what Ian's talking about. He says he sent John a message. Well, I'm sorry, if that was me, I'd be on the phone to John. And I'd be ringing that phone non-stop until he picked up that phone. But for whatever reason, Ian is saying I've sent him a message and I'll wait until he gets back to me. The good news is that the bill's not massive. No, throw any questions you want, and I'll be honest with you. You know, I'm not going to lie to anybody here. The bill isn't massive, that's all I would say. And it's a bit frustrating because I guarantee if we'd have been told this yesterday, we'd have sold enough off the site yesterday to have covered the bill. But as usual, we're the last ones to know. So, you know, I can't sort of do any more than that, you know. So Ian's come up with 3 suggestions. What's Logan doesn't deal. Logan deals with the orders. Logan deals with dispatching. All of that. He doesn't have anything to do with the accounts. John has sole access to the accounts. John pays wages. John does, you know, pays the bills, everything else. John deals with all of that. Logan and Kelly have nothing whatsoever to do with that. So yeah, Logan, you know, bless it, he's a good lad and he works bloody hard. But yeah, he had nothing to do with any of this. Too much for Logan on his own. He's probably just doing as he's been told. Yeah, there is that. So the options that Ian's given us to try and get out of some shit is fairly new to this. No, that's fine. Basically what it is the website is run by Shopify. And Shopify is where when you go onto the website to make a payment, although it goes through WorldPay or whatever it is Shopify that have access to it all. That's where all your payments go through, everything else. I must admit, I'm a little sort of perplexed as to how it all works, because I would have thought it would go into a Shopify account and then they'd pay it out to you at the end of each month once they've deducted it, but obviously not. They'd obviously send the money directly to you and then send you a bill at the end of the month. And for whatever reason, as I say, I just don't understand it at all, but for whatever reason, this month's bill has not been paid. And at this moment in time, I can't even tell you if there's the money in the bank to pay the bill. I'm going to be really careful and not say some of the things I want to say. Yeah. So anyway, I'll give you the three options that Ian has given at the moment. Actually, it's going to probably be easier for me to write it on here, then I don't have to keep writing it, keep saying it. I think he's dreaming if he thinks anybody's going to go for these, but there we go. By all means, ask any questions, and if I can, I'll answer them for you. And I won't. I don't even care about swearing anymore. I won't bullshit you. I'll tell you honest answers. You've got any questions to ask, fire them away, and where I can, I'll answer them for you. Right, you're going to see a ticker come up here now, and this is the three options that Ian has given us at the moment. See, I disagree. It's not fine. So unless you're talking about me swearing. So the three option that Ian's given you at the moment, you can have £1,000 coin only parcel for 175 quid. £1,000 mystery, which will be a bit of everything. Coins, prints, stamps, etc. That's 150 quid. And then £1,000 prints parcel, that's 125 quid. If anybody wants to take up any of those offers, then let me know and I'll contact you with how you go about payment for that. Let me work this out. Roughly, we need to sell 3 of those to get access back to the website. Basically, that's the long and short of it. If we don't have access back to the website, I don't know where it's going to go. Don't throw good money after bad. Sorry, mate, missed the start. Basically, John, the website's been shut down because the bill to Shopify has not been paid. And until the bill for Shopify has been paid, then we won't get access to the website back. And unfortunately, that means major shit is going to hit the fan, because people are going to lose orders, people are going to lose all of their points, loyalty, people are going to lose absolutely everything. And I say, I'm just talking on my own level here now, so be totally selfish. And I went on last night and spent 90 quid's worth of points last night. that as we stand at the moment, I might as well go and pissed it down the drain, because that's where it's gone at the moment. So until Sue is saying it's not fair being landed on your shoulders. You're like us, a customer of the Great British Coin Hunt. Ian should be on here explaining it, not leaving it to you or any other CJ to sort it out. No, that's fair enough, Scott, but all I would say in argument to that, and trust me, I'm not going to defend Ian in any shape or form on this. I totally agree. Ian should be on here explaining it. The communication I've had from Ian this morning, and trust me, it's been very short. It's been sort of 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there. And it's, I'm packing the car to head home. Well, I'm sorry, but if you're in this much shit, you stop what you're doing and you do a live broadcast from wherever you are. That's, that's the way I would be dealing with it. And I'll be deadly serious. The only reason I've come on to say anything about it, I'm not going to sit here and beg anybody to go and buy these mystery parcels that he's just asking you to buy that are coming up along here. I won't do that. I'll put them up there for anybody to see them. If you want to buy them and you want to do that, fair enough, go ahead and do it. The reason I've come on is purely and simply, I was getting messages from 6 o'clock this morning from people who are telling me that they're trying to access the website and they can't, and they've got no idea why. So I've come on here to explain to people why you can't get on there, and to explain exactly where things stand at this moment in time, and what to expect if it goes forward. No, honestly, I wasn't having a pop at you or anything, Sue or Scott. Sorry if it's come across in that manner. It wasn't meant to be. I'm not in the least bit happy that he's asked me to come on here and explain it all to you. It is something that he should be doing himself, And like Scott's saying, we might be CJs, but we are all still customers the same. We all still spend money on the site. But yeah, the way it stands at the moment, it really is not looking very good. No, Warren, I'm sticking up for you and all I see. No, I understand that, honestly, Scott, I do. And I totally agree with you. I messaged Ian this, I don't know what it was, 9 o'clock this morning, and literally get a response at 11 o'clock. It's not good enough. If you're running what he calls £1 million business, it's not good enough. Have a walnut whip. Tori had one of them this morning. Let's catch up on some, see where I'm missing. Anyhow, I've just spent 50 quid in points last night on there. Yeah, as I say, I spent 90 quid on there last night, so, I'm totally in agreement with you. Madeline is in agreement with Ron. Kate needs 6.5 units. We'll make sure she's okay. Scott was sticking up for me and all the CJs. It's not, if it comes across that I'm having a pop at anybody, it certainly doesn't mean to be this. It's not. But I'm sorry, Jack. Mine wasn't. Mine was all on coins last night. I'm sorry, Oceans, but you cannot use that as an excuse. This is a bill that comes out on a monthly basis. There's no excuse in it. You know that bill is going to come out each month. And so be it. Ian's been away at his dad's funeral. I totally understand that. But there are other people in the office. So John was in hospital. They would have still known that there would have been bills coming out, direct debits coming out of the account that need to be paid. So even if Ian's not there, the way I understand it, I might be totally wrong. The way I understand it is that Ian doesn't deal with any of the finances. John deals with all of that. So if John's in hospital and Ian's away, those direct debits still come out of your bank. They don't need anybody to sit there and physically sign a piece of paper to send that money off. That money comes out of the bank immediately. Now, I'm not being funny. You know when those direct debits come out, there's no excusing it. I'm not having it. There's no excusing it whatsoever. There's no excuses. It's regardless if it's raffles or coins. The truth of it is, those were reward points that you've earned through spending money on the site in one way or another. Whether you've bought those parcels in, you've bought a 30 quid voucher for a tenner. It's irrelevant. It's still points of yours that is cold hard money, so that's irrelevant whether it was raffles or not. The thing is, stock is still cash. A Belfast £2 is worth £2 to the bank. I know it's not a collectible value, but it can pay the bills. And this is something that has been said for a long time, Global. You're not the first person to say that. Exactly there. Regardless of life situations, this is still a business and it has to be run. Warren, what would you say, stuff it not streaming no more? What would happen to the site? To be perfectly honest with you, John, I cannot see anyone streaming until the website is back, and I can't blame them. I genuinely couldn't blame anybody that doesn't want to stream. The only reason I've come on today is because people were asking me what the hell was going on. From 6 o'clock this morning, I was getting messages. And people need to know, and they need to know the truth, and they need to know the truth from somebody who technically is not, it's not close to it, if you know what I mean by that. Yes, to a degree, you'd argue that we're all employed by Ian as CJs because we get paid in reward points. But as far as loyalties and that are concerned, my loyalties are with the viewers and the customers. I'm not going to sit here and lie to anybody. And I think everybody deserves to know exactly where they stand. I'm going to come to that one in a minute because that's a really good point that somebody's just made there. Sue agrees with me, although harsh, it's true. At the moment, if your business is only being kept alive by a website, you ensure that bill is paid. Couldn't agree with you more. No website equals no income equals no business. You would think that, Global. You would think that, but unfortunately, that's not true. And that brings us on to something totally different. You go on the website, and I raised this point, I think it was a week ago with Ian. You go onto the website, and I didn't realise just how bad it was until last night. And I went on the website last night, and I've just started a new 50p album. So I was going through ordering a load of 50 pences off there last night. And I got to the Olympics. And I can actually tell you now how many Olympics they've got on the website. And it's shocking, absolutely shocking. Right, let me have a look. There's Commonwealth. Right, so that's none of them are Olympics. You won't believe when I tell you. 1, 2, 3. There were 3 Olympics on the website last night for sale. Well, no business is ever going to survive like that. So, okay, I'll give you a link to go and look at. because I'm sorry, I think this is an absolute slap in the face of every customer of the Great British Coin Hunt. So there's a link coming up now. Go and have a look at that and then come back and tell me no website equals no business. Madeline thinks it's time to call it a day. Everyone goes through what Ian is going through, so what the fuck is going on? Again, I haven't got a clue, mate. Do you think Ian should scrap the reward scheme? I just feel he doesn't get enough real money for the business as a whole. Yeah, that is... I think so. I mean, Ian likes to make certain claims, you know, like one of them is that his reward site, his rewards are the best rewards of any site out there. Well, yeah, but other sites are managing to pay their bills on a daily basis. Other sites are managing to pay their wages on a daily basis. You might offer shit up rewards, but if you can't cover your outgoing, if you can't cover your expenses, then there's clearly something wrong. So yeah, just have a look at that site for a second that I've just clicked your link onto. We all know Ian's very vocal about his issues with eBay and PayPal and everything else. So just have a look on that for a second and then come back and tell me what you think of it. Because I was gobsmacked when somebody showed me that last night. Ron Smith thinks he's gone bump. What is the WTF for, Jack? Is that for the link that I've just shown you, or is that for something I've previously said? No, have a look on this link that I've just put you up then, Jack. Maybe that'll answer your question as to where all the items are then. Ian said they were no longer trading on Amazon and eBay, and 2 pages will not run the business, so I stand by my statement. No website, no business. Okay, that's fair enough. Well, put me lighter. So, what I would say to that, it might, for some reason, it's not come up enough. No, trust me, Global, there is a hell of a lot more than 2 pages. Yeah, I will do, Scott. I've just got your message, Scott, and I will do. There's a hell of a lot more than just 2 pages. Oh, for some reason, that's the American. So I needed, sorry, I should have gone on Amazon UK. You might change your opinion now then. Sorry, so it was the wrong, it was the wrong link. So let's have a look at this one then. Don't understand what's going on with our so-called family. Do you want me to genuinely answer that with what I think, John? Because I don't think you're going to know. Right, now go and have a look at that link. Because it's a site more than just 14. Thank you, Bian. What is happening? I missed the start of your video. I've already told you, John. What is happening is the website has been shut down because the bill has not been paid. That's the long and short of it. And Ian's asked me to come on here and tell you. I just need to go and get a light. 1 second and I'll be back. Right, so what has happened? John wants to know what's happened. So the website has been down since about 2 o'clock this morning. Some people are saying they've been able to access it, but they haven't. It's just the cookies and all that crap. So 1 or 2 pages might show up, and then eventually the website will go down. I messaged Ian at 9 o'clock this morning when I was first made aware of it, or when I first read my messages. Ian got back to us about an hour ago to say that the bill for Shopify for that month has not been paid. $511. So it's not, it's not a huge sum of money. It's 400 quid, And until that bill is paid, there is no website, which basically means that if the website is totally lost, then everything is lost. All of your reward points, any orders that haven't been fulfilled. So, you might be sitting there and thinking, well, it don't really matter to me. What if you've got 3 or 4 COAs on order? You're looking at over a ton for 3 or 4 of the COAs on order. So it affects everybody. So I personally spent 90 quid on there last night. Bian was saying he spent 60 quid on there last night. So basically, until the Shopify account is paid, there is no website. So Ian's suggestion is that, as you can see scrolling across the bottom of the screen now, you can buy a £1,000 coin parcel for 175, a £1,000 mystery parcel, which will be a bit of everything, for 150, and what was the last one? A £1,000 Prince voucher for 125 quid. He needs to sell at least 3 of those to get the website back. I really don't understand it. Sorry, there's a knock at my door. So 1 second. Thanks very much. Cheers, buddy. Right, sorry. Sorry, I don't know where I got to. We were talking about the website. And so this is Ian's way to get himself out of the shit. If anybody wants to buy any of these mystery parcels that are going across the bottom of the screen, then that's how you do it. He's saying 3 of those will get you out of the shit. And clear it up. Let me just catch up on comments. Right, so basically, John, that's what's happened. There's a shit ton on there. The app told you. A few weeks ago, I was shopping on Amazon and there were loads of coins on Amazon, and Ian said he wasn't trading on there. What the hell is going on? You tell me. Because there's also an absolute shit ton of coins on there that weren't even on the website, and I find that a massive betrayal to his customers. Why are these on Amazon? You tell me, Jack. You tell me. On Amazon, I checked the date of being put up, and they're all from 18, nothing from 19. Well, I know that's wrong, because he's got an absolute shit ton of 2019 A to Zs on there. Oh, there, Lou's just said exactly the same. Well, that's got my face then. These are things on there that have not been available for ages on the website. Exactly. So all of our points are null and void, Warren, because I sold a lot of coins for points. At this moment in time, Ron, yeah. And fucking cigarette, sorry. At this moment in time, yes. And to my knowledge, and I might be way off the mark here, but we have no access whatsoever to the website or Shopify. That's how we. So you lot all see the website. So when I do sell out a raffle and I go across and I create an order or whatever, I'm doing that through Shopify. So I can see everybody's account. I can tell you what codes you're using, how many points you've got, all that rubbish. I can tell you everything. As it stands at this moment in time, Ron, we haven't got access to the website or to Shopify. So that means that all pre-orders for COAs, unless they've been printed off, which I don't see why they would have been printed off, because they're not even available at the moment, if that makes sense. So they wouldn't need to print an order off for it. There's no way of seeing. As an example, me and Bian went on last night. I hope I'm saying your name right, Bian. Apologies if it's not. We went on last night, between the two of us, spent 150 quid on there. Because the office has been shut, those orders haven't been fulfilled. So because those orders haven't been fulfilled, they don't have access to that anymore. So those orders, you may well have just, thrown them away. So yeah, the way I understand it at the moment, all of your points and all of your COA coins are down the pan until £400 is found and paid off the bill, so that they can get the website back. That's the way I understand it to be. I might be wrong, but that's the way I understand it. That's when the account started. Whoops, didn't see that. Doesn't have to give points on eBay or Amazon. There we go. Scott's got 60 COAs on order. I think most of us saw this coming. To be honest with you, Madeline, I certainly didn't. I didn't see this coming. God, where's... Imagine it's Ian at the door. No, it certainly wasn't Ian. So I have lost this my advanced orders money. At the moment, John, that's the way I understand it, because there is no there's no way any of us can access the website or Shopify to check any orders. Why hasn't it been paid? Surely Ian knows what needs paying and what doesn't. The understanding I have, the understanding I've got on it, Ian doesn't deal with any of that. It's John that deals with all of the finances. And as I said, I texted Ian at 9 o'clock this morning and told him this was down. At 11 o'clock, he finally decides to answer one of us. And all of the response I've got is, I've sent John a message, which for me, it doesn't really sound good enough for me. I'd be on that phone to him and I wouldn't stop until I got an answer. And I'm sorry, it's Ian's business. Ian must have access to the business account. I just don't believe that he hasn't. Hope my gold proof is safe. Also had a few COAs waiting as well, and award of points. How can you buy into something like that looks like it shits up? I totally agree with you. It's a monthly bill that you get on Shopify, yes. I don't know whether that bill varies with how much business you've done during the month or not. I honestly don't know that. I got the message when Ian came on. said he was insolvent. Are we really saying that Ian is that hard up he can't pay a £400 bill? I've had this conversation with somebody else this morning, South Yorkshire. Exactly the same conversation I had with somebody this morning. Ian still pays for burgers and chips. It's the £400 an annual bill. The way I understand it, it's a monthly bill. Yeah, that's the way I understand it. It's a monthly bill. Sorry, Christ, you are commenting some shit here, but I don't blame you. I'll be the same. I've become accustomed to your pronunciation, but it's Bint. Is that better? Bint? Biant has a better ring to it. All right, I'll stay with Biant then. It's just a nickname. Real name is Ben. If this bill is paid, we still won't get our CRA orders as the coins are not there. The less I say about that, the better, because I don't want to really piss people off. So do I, Madly, Jack. Yeah, we'll call you Ben then. Hey Scott, it gets worse and worse. I think Warren, as it really stands, Ian is and probably has lost a lot of customers and loyal friends. And I can't agree with you more on that. Honestly, I can't. I'll be totally honest. When somebody showed me the Amazon account last night, for me personally, just seeing the Amazon account last night was a nail in the coffin for me. When I saw that Amazon account, I wasn't happy with that. I find that a massive betrayal of customers. The CJs will back me up on this. I don't know if Lou's still here, but Scott and Sue, I put a big thing up in the CJ chat, I think it was last weekend, about the site being out of stock of everything, and all of this kind of stuff. And I was just given a long old spiel about he was winding things down and he was having a stock take. Sorry, you've been having a stock take for the last 3 months. And it's funny that stock on eBay and stock on Amazon are doing perfectly well. And I'm sorry, I just don't believe either that you're selling on 3 platforms that I'm aware of. You're selling on Amazon, you're selling on eBay, and you're selling via the website. I'm sorry, I don't believe that you cannot get £400 together from those 3 sources and pay a bill. I don't believe that for a second. But that's just my opinion on it. That's cool. You call me Ben or Biant, doesn't matter much to me. But John should have left the run-in to someone else in the office in his absence. He must be feeling, oh, where are we? He must be feeling really shit about it too. Well, see, now that's a totally different thing, Jack. I queried something about John the other day. Those fucking scripts. And I was told that even though John was in hospital or he wasn't in the office, he has his laptop and he answers questions continually via his laptop. So even though he might not be in the office, he still has his finger on the pulse, if you like. So I can't sit here and make any excuses for it. I really can't. Ian needs to come on here now and explain. I know he is watching. Come on in and give us a clue. This is not looking good. You need to come on live for your loyal supporters or lose them. From what I'm reading, John, I think he's probably lost most of them already. I think Madeline is saying that she saw it coming. That's why she stopped buying the raffle tickets. Ian should come on or lose his credibility. It's Ian's responsibility. His name, John, is ill. No, it's not. It's not. The understanding that I have is that the understanding I have that it's a business partnership between Ian and John. So, sorry, they both have to take responsibility, in my opinion. You did, he did. I don't know what you mean on that one, but shit, I'm losing where everything is. You might as well take that rolling banner off, Warren, just making things worse. I told him I'd put it on there, Jack. I've told him I didn't expect anybody to take him up on the offer, but he wants that on there, so it's on there. But, you know, it's Ian's name above the door, the buck stops with him. And that's what I'm saying, though, that my understanding is that it's a business partnership between Ian and John. It's a business partnership between the pair of them. It's not the CJ's fault. No, you're not. You're 100% wrong. It's not. I do. Trust me, I feel absolute shit because I've been pushing raffles and everything with people for the last few weeks and mystery parcels and everything else. And I'm sure the other CJs feel exactly the same. And it feels like we've come on here and we've conned you. And that's not the case at all. Give the man a break. He has lost his dad. Give him time, lads. If you're saying that, then Lee, I assume that you're going to be taking him up on one of these offers that are rolling across the bottom here. I assume you're going to want to be ordering one of these mystery parcels then. I'll be gutted if we have to wind the live streams up. We'll miss you guys. You get me through my working day. Bless you, Jack. Right, Ian will come on live. It appears that he's going to come on live to you there. There we go. So I'm putting up a link and it looks like he's going to come on live. I feel for everyone who's part of the community right now. Hope everyone's okay. The business doesn't stop for bereavement as much as I feel for Ian. Yeah, I know you're all telling me to put the link up. I just put it up. What about investments? You're going to have to ask Ian on that. But crying shame and a sad day when our family fate ceases to exist. Warren, stop now. Ian wants the link. Ian's got the link. Jack, lives can continue, but headed by someone else. Links. There will be an incentive for the CJs to do the lives without payment in points. He hasn't seen it. No, because I'm scrolling back and there's so many comments, but there is a link there now. We can still talk coins, royal family, Maltesers, and everything else we can't chat about. Maltesers, yeah. Supposed to get to work at 1, but stay a little bit longer. I feel so sorry for all you CJs, put a lot of time into this, keeping this stream alive. And I said it yesterday, John, it's not just the time that we're on here live. There is so much more that goes into making this work. There's an awful lot of stuff that happens on behind the scenes that takes up an awful lot of our time. You know, and that's all of the CJs, you know. I will put a mention out for Lou, bless her. And I feel absolute shit towards Lou. Lou told me she saw this coming a few weeks ago and she wanted nothing more to do with it. And I talked her into coming back. And since she's come back, she's done an absolute shitload of work behind the scenes and everything else. So yeah. Don't be late, Jack. The CJs have been the heart of the channel. Sue, how's the hair coming? Jack will be fine as long as she leaves by 1:30. Ron, oh, where's that gone? God, that's shot away. Agree, Ron, but too late now, I think. Management don't work weekends. Still got foils in it. Won't be long now. You're going to burn your fingers if you smoke that anymore. Yeah, I know. If it goes wrong, it'd be great for you CJs to run a separate stream. Ron, the pushing the investment so much so when he was going to shut the site down, and I might be totally wrong here, and I might be off the mark. My understanding of it is that he wasn't intending to shut the site down. Again, it's all up for your own interpretations of it. The way I understand it is that the site hasn't been shut down, so to speak. It's been, I suppose, if you want a better word, it's been, the bill's not been paid, so it's been frozen. I understand where you're coming from. He intended not to pay the bill for the site. I don't know whether he intended not to pay for it, whether it was just an oversight. I don't know. I do know a lot's been going on, and I won't. Sorry, that's me phone beeping away. I'm not a complete cold-hearted bastard. He has had a lot to deal with, with his dad's funeral and then with John being ill. I totally understand all of that. But as I say, these are monthly bills that come out. And again, if it was a new business, and somebody that was totally new to this, I could understand how it could get missed. But it's not. This is a business that's been running for several years now, albeit it's really sort of taken off more in the last 6 months. Sorry, just putting the football on. So for me, even when you take into account all of the bad things that have happened, with Ian's dad, with John being in hospital, all of that. Get off! Why is that on there? I don't want that on there. No, go away. I want to watch the bloody football, not everything else. Why can't I just get rid of it? Maybe it'll disappear in a minute. Yeah, that's the way I understood it. I don't know, If he hasn't got 400 quid round, then he knew this was coming. It's been an oversight as far as I see it, but what a drastic error to make. Ian knew bills need paying to keep the lights on. Well said, Ron. I have a heart, but he sold me an investment less than a month ago. I sold him a lot of coins this year. I can't be the only one to be missed without notice. Sorry, have I missed a comment that you said or something, Label? If I have, I can only apologise. I haven't intentionally missed anything you said. He took all the food stuff off the site, good stuff off the site, and raffled or auctioned it. If this stream goes down, can you do a live stream with Luke below? I think that would be great. Many followers. Ron, what did you... Right, the boss is here, so I shall stick him up and I shall duck out for now. Right, so there we go. You can fire away your answer questions to him now.
So where do we start?
Well, no sound.
I'll start with...
hang on, let me tell him he's got no sound. No sound.
No sound.
No sound. Oh, is it just me? Oh, I've got sound. It was because I couldn't do it.
No sound?
You're okay. It's all right now.
I'll come back in again then.
No. Oh. All right. So it looks like he's going and he's going to come back. Sorry, it was my fault. I turned the sound down on my speaker. Sorry, I turned the sound down on speaker because I had the football on. So that's why I couldn't hear him. So sorry, as soon as he comes back, I'll let him come on. The bill for the website. Ron did what you sell him appear on the site, just Paddington's. He did put them on, but now my £300 in points is dead in the water. Bill for the website. I've got to go, Warren, and I will take care. Scott, let me know what he said. Yeah, apologies, that was totally my fault. But as soon as he comes back on, I'm just going to duck out again and leave him. I don't know how. Here he goes. Right, we got him back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're all good.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, you're all good.
Cool. Well, that's a start then. Right then, so whilst everybody then starts popping their questions at me, I'll start with a couple of points. One, the reason I told Warren earlier on I didn't want to go on stream, or one of the reasons I didn't want to go on stream, is because I broke my teeth and I know I look ugly and this looks disgusting. So I didn't particularly want to have to come on stream looking like this, and I haven't got a spare set of teeth with me. If I go anywhere I've been talking to people like that. But now I realise, with everything that's been said in this stream, if I come on here and start talking like that, now you're going to think I've got something to hide. Every 5 minutes, somebody thinks I've got something to hide. It's like, it's doing my nutting. I've been nothing but straight. I've been nothing but honest with everybody, including Warren. I had a conversation with Warren before this. I got from that conversation, I thought he was a lot more supportive over the idea. I didn't realise you was going to come online and tell everybody it's a shit idea and don't buy into it. If you'd have told me that on the phone, I would have said to you, don't do it then. You know, I thought we were working together on that. I have no idea what went wrong from when I spoke to you on the phone to when you went on the stream. So, am I due refunds still? Is another question. Oh, and that was another one. I know that I wasn't believed when I said, or it wasn't good enough, I heard that my phone was off charge. Well, I'm sorry about that. My phone was on charge this morning. I try to be contactable 24 hours a day. I'm not contactable 24 hours a day. I have other things going on. I've got up this morning. I'm packing the car. As you know, I have a stoma. I'm not blaming anything on anything, but I've got a colostomy bag. It takes me an hour and a half in the bathroom every morning. I've never made any secret about that. So I'm beaten till 10, 11 o'clock every morning. I'm loading up the car. I finished loading the car. I'm sitting in the car waiting for Fran and turned my phone on. And that's when I saw the message. The moment I saw the message, I looked into it and sent a photograph into the group. This is what I've just seen. I don't know what's happening. I'll get in touch with John. Now, I tried getting in touch with John. I phoned him and he's not answering, or he's not available. Not answering. That sounds bad. Not available. It's just that, like, when things go wrong, everybody sees black into where there is no black. You know, it's not good enough that I can't get hold of John. Well, I'm sorry I can't get hold of John. Why it's not good enough that this happened? Of course it's not good enough that this happened. It's bloody stupid that this happened. And I heard Warren say, you know, it's the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. You get warnings. I did say to Warren on the phone that we get warnings. I was honest about that. I said we got warnings. I know we get warnings. Obviously, the warning wasn't seen. But we get warnings, yeah. I ain't running away from nothing. I ain't running away from no one. And I ain't running away from nothing. And if my customers desert me in their droves, well, that's what they've got to do. And if the CJs decide to desert in their droves, or decide to just go, fuck it, I've had enough, I'm not interested in this no more, I won't hold it against them. If Warren's had enough, and it sounds like he has, I've been listening to this stream, and it sounds to me like Warren's just totally had enough. Well, that's fine. If that's the case, I understand. I'm not going to hold it against anybody. Is anybody going to get shafted for money? I was even asked to take the banner down, and I refused to take it down So the option is there for anyone wishing to use it. Well, that's whatever. You know, Ian, who is the #1 bandit, I don't know anymore. Because I have people saying one thing to me in a conversation on the telephone, or saying one thing to me in a video conversation and saying something else afterwards. I don't understand. I don't understand what happened with non-con and all of that. I don't understand what happened with John Gamble, and I don't really understand what's going on now, because I've been honest and straight, and maybe that causes a problem. Maybe people, on the whole, find it difficult to handle straight. You know, should this have happened? Of course it shouldn't have happened. Are we in trouble financially? Have I not been saying that? Have I not been saying that to everybody? Did I not come straight out the minute I noticed that we were insolvent? I've got no problem. The minute we can't pay a bill on the table, I've got no choice. I've got to be honest with everybody. That suddenly frightens everybody off, because nobody does that. No business does that. No one in their right mind running any kind of a business. I'm not laying blame at your feet, Warren. You know, you asked me to come on and be honest. I'm not laying blame at your feet. What I'm saying, mate, is that the conversation you and I had on the phone is not the conversation that you went straight on stream with. That's all I'm saying. I'm not laying any blame at your feet. I'm just saying that that conversation is different to the one when you came on stream. That's all. I was saying to you on the phone, this is all I can think of. What do you think? And you said, yeah, okay. You didn't say, I think it's crap. You didn't say nobody will buy into it. And I'm not interested in blame games anyway. You want to blame anybody, blame me. Everybody, look at me, blame me. If the streams get fucked up, blame me. If the business goes under, blame me. Ian, I can't speak for anybody else, but me personally, I feel if the website's down, then my points are gone, and I got them from selling your coins, so I kind of feel owed. Also, I'm an investor. Yeah, I get that. But what Warren was saying isn't strictly true. Whilst at the moment, yes, it's gone, as in you can't see them and neither can I, they're not gone. The minute I get that bill paid, everything comes back online. Everything comes back exactly as it was. Nothing changes. Any orders will still be there. Any points will still be there. There won't be a single point gone. Nothing. Everything will be exactly as it is. It's just a question of paying a stupid, poxy $500 bill. But that's how much in the shit I am right now. And you know what? I've held this in, and I've held this in, and I've held this in so fucking much. So much it's unreal. I am so fucking sorry my dad died. I am so sorry that everybody needed me, or I had to be disturbed while I'm sitting there holding his hand as he's taking his last breath, and people have got to disturb me with shit. And I'm so sorry that I wasn't available to stop all the shit between the CJs when it kicked off. And I'm so sorry I wasn't available to stop the shit between the non-con when it kicked off. And I'm so sorry that the other day, you know, I'm at a fucking funeral, and I'm still being texted and fucking messaged and one thing and another. So I'm sorry I've let all of this get to me. And all the way through it, I've tried my absolute bloody hardest to be available at any point, day or night, any point. I've never once told anybody to piss off. I've never once ignored a phone call or ignored a text. Nothing like that. And yes, it's out of order that the bill hasn't been paid, and you've all been put to all this inconvenience. And I'm really fucking sorry about that. I really am. Genuinely, in my heart, I'm fucking sorry. But what do you want me to say? My dad did die. I'm not joking. I did fucking have to go up there again for the funeral. I'm not joking. I'm not playing games. John has got stage 4 lung cancer. We're not making it up. Logan did have a hole in his fucking size, the size of a base tennis ball. We're not making all this stuff up. It happens. But the one thing I haven't done is I haven't lied to anybody once. Not a single person. I haven't lied to you, Warren. I haven't lied to a single CJ. I haven't steered you wrong. I've done absolutely everything within my power to play an absolute straight game. Even with playing around and reeling you in and doing all of that stuff and explaining to you how marketing works and all the rest of it. The moment I came out and said, so won't get people what they're owed. If you're going to ask me a bloody question, please have the decency to make sure that the question makes sense. Otherwise, don't even ask me a question.
Enough. Mate.
Honestly,
Enough.
I can't believe,
We're
even
on
at
the way
this
back
game.
home from your
Yeah, we are.
funeral.
We are, as it happens. On the way home
Enough.
from me
Enough,
dad's
people. Thank you very much.
No, wait.
Enough.
No,
You're
wait.
upsetting me and I'm
All right.
It's diabolical.
All right. No one's saying that you've been hiding away. We know you've been going through stuff at the moment. Okay, cool. So why does everybody have to start worrying and like immediately, within 5 minutes, where's my money? What's going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. What was going to happen? Why?
5 hours.
Can't anybody have a bit of patience?
5 hours.
I mean, look at me. I'm fucking ugly. Do you think I wanted to come online like this? But, you know, I'm seeing it. Ian's got to come online. Ian, if you don't come online, he has no credibility. Ian, if you don't. All right, well, I'm here now. I'm here and you've got me. Ugly as fuck. I'm here, stressed out as I am. I haven't had one 24-hour peaceful chance to do a bit of mourning or a bit of reflection or a bit of just something fucking personal to do with my dad. Not one 24-hour period. And all of a sudden, what? I'm the biggest crook in the world. All of a sudden, Ian needs to get in the stocks and we all need to stone him. And you're trying to tell me that, you know, oh, Ian, you're marvellous, Ian. We love you, Ian. Oh, you've built a lovely community, Ian. And the minute it goes wrong, Ian, we want to put you in the stocks and we want to stone you to death. Yeah. Julius Caesar comes to mind. Not that I'm anything like Julius Caesar, I hasten to add. Ian, calm down, mate. Come on later when you are home and settled. And P.S., you've always been ugly.
Yeah,
I just felt you lot were the ones saying I had to come online. You said that. I wasn't coming on.
No,
I was just having a break for 5 minutes. Service station. I need something to eat. Can't fucking eat because I got no teeth. And I needed a break. And I'm seeing all of this. And I'm hearing all of this. And I felt like I'm getting a right kicking. Fran said, what are you going to do? I said, let them carry on kicking me. He said, you're going to go online? I said, yeah, I'll go online. But not at the moment. I'm going to let them carry on kicking me for now. Because what's being said isn't right. What's being said isn't accurate to what the actual conversation I had. So, I don't know what else you people might want. You know, I have laughed with you, I have cried with you, I have bared my soul to you, I have been honest beyond absolute belief. I've been honest beyond compare from any businessman or any business you've ever bought from.
Yeah,
and that ain't enough.
No. As long as you give.
So the website is down, it's fucked.
Yeah,
and I did, and you know, I said to Warren, even if the website is gone, even if it's fucked, even if that's finished, I ain't gonna quit. And Warren says, oh, I don't believe that, Ian's bollocks. Well, yeah, you can believe I'm bollocks, Warren, but that's the difference between me and a lot of people. I don't lay down. I get up and I'll get up and I'll get up and I'll keep getting up. Because no matter what happens, unless I die, in 3 years' time, I'm still going to be getting up in the morning. Life is not going to stop because my business goes under. Everybody's life will continue. Mine will continue, just knee deep in debt, but I will continue. What will I do to the people I owe money? They'll get settled at some point. Coins fan 141. Somebody that we don't hear much from. Ian, why are you trading on Amazon when you said you couldn't? And there's things on sale there we can't buy on the website with our points. Well, you want to start listening, and then you'll get these questions answered. Do you know what? I'm losing a little bit of patience with stupid fucking questions, to be honest. And I mean it. Stupid fucking questions.
We're going through the New Forest.
Why are you trading on Amazon? We are not trading on Amazon. We haven't had an Amazon sale in at least 2 weeks. So you must be the brains of the outfit. And as for the points that you can't spend on our website, from what Warren was saying a little while ago, he woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Am I wrong with that, Warren? 6 o'clock you found out the website was down? So Warren finds out at 6 o'clock the website's down. When did you find out then, Coin Fan? No, I woke at 9. Okay, so he finds out that the website's down at 9. When did you find out? Because up until the time when the website went down, how long have you had your points, Coin Fan? You could have used them at any point. You could have used them yesterday, the day before that, the day before that, but you didn't use them. I have messages from 6:30. Okay, so from 6:30 a.m. the website's gone down. So you're just, again, you're one of those people that like, oh, as soon as something happens, where's my money? What's going to happen? Where's my points? Go and have a look at the insolvency video, will you, please? I put up an hour's worth of insolvency video explaining what would happen if I went under. So if you haven't seen that video, don't even ask me the question. Honest to God. Well, you clearly are not the brains of the outfit. No. The outfit, Coin Fan, no. Obviously not, because I'm in financial trouble. So yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy your little ha ha ha, you're in trouble, I'm going to take the piss. Enjoy it. I've noticed the people that come out of the woodwork, the vultures that can't wait to put the boot in when a person's down. The minute someone's down and out, oh yeah, a lot of people want to come and put the boot in then. I don't remember many of your comments when everybody was having it off. Oh, it's different then, is it? No one's taking the piss, people are concerned. I think a couple of people have taken the piss. Sorry, Warren, but I do. I don't mind honesty. It was me that said to you, tell them not to shoot the messenger. Yeah. It was me that said to you, I'm not going to cover up anything at this stage. Yeah. I'm not going to tell any lies at this stage. Yeah. You go on there and be honest. Yeah. It was me that said that to you. Yeah. I didn't ask you to go on and absolutely fucking coat me and crucify me. I didn't ask you to do that. And to be fair, you never said you was going to do that. But you have the right to do that. You are the man running the channel, and you have the absolute right to go on there and say exactly what you want to say, and you did. And it hurt. And I felt it. And it gave me a fucking wake up, I'll tell you. Taught me a thing or two. I told you to be honest, I told you to be straight, I told you don't lie, I told you don't cover anything up, I told you I'm going to work on it, I told you I won't give up, I told you all them things, but I never asked you to duff me up like that, and you never said you was. I gave my honest opinion, and I'm the one who gets a ton of messages. Yeah, absolutely. And as I say, and I will say it again, watch my lips, although it's difficult with no teeth, you are entitled to say whatever you want. And I know that you're expecting me to get the fucking arse with you over what you said. No, not at all. I'm entitling you to say whatever you want. But I'm also entitled to go, actually, on a few of them points, Warren, you're wrong, mate. And you didn't put that across quite fairly. You didn't say to people, I told Ian on the phone it was a good idea, but I'm now telling you it's a shit one, don't buy it. You didn't say that to me on the phone. Be honest, be fair. I'm being honest, you be honest. You told me, I'm going to say, I'm going to use the word, you were supportive on the phone.
Yes.
When you got off the phone and you came on the stream, you was everything but supportive. That's all I'm saying. Blame, I ain't giving any. That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to put that really clear. That's what I'm saying. As far as anything else, yeah, you're entitled to say whatever you want. You know, my channel's in danger now because you're in control of it. That's a risk. That's a risk I took when I involved every single one of you. That's a risk. And I gave you that trust. And what you do with that trust is entirely up to you. What anybody does with the trust that I've given them is entirely up to them. What's up to me is to do with the trust that other people have given me. I have to work on that. There are other people out there that see me going through the shit and they want to support me and want me to get through it. They don't want to see me go under. I don't think you're doing yourself any favours at the moment. What do I care? See, that's what so many people want to just give up and run away. What's the matter with you? Take that off the screen, for goodness sake. No one. Oh, let's stop. The minute people start having an argument, oh, let's stop. I trusted you, Warren, and I still trust you. You've gone on there and you coated me black. You gave me a hiding verbally. I know it, they know it, and you know it. I still trust you. What does that say? What does that tell you? I still trust you. You, if you don't trust me, finish. If you can't trust me, finish. No, I didn't say that. So take that off the screen as well. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say that. I just told you, clear as a bell, I trust you to do the right thing. If you damage me, you damage me. If you betray that trust, you betray that trust. If I betray a customer's trust, I betray it. If I betray your trust, I betray it. It's my responsibility. Everybody else has their own responsibility. I'm not pointing any fingers at you. I'm being very clear. I'm being very careful. I know exactly what I'm saying. Teeth or no teeth. I know exactly what I'm saying. I've done nothing wrong, so I ain't hiding. I've done nothing wrong, so I ain't running away. If you all want this community to carry on, support it. If you don't support it. If you don't want to support this, Warren, don't support it. Just go back to doing whatever you was doing before, and everybody else go back to doing what they was doing before. Ron M can go back to doing what he was doing. Chris Spree can go back to doing what he was doing. Whatever. Because that's where we are right now. I'm sorry to put it that thick, that blunt, but that's where we are right now. At the moment, there's a lot of you that are ready to give me a good kicking. Well, okay. But if you kick me too hard and kill me, well, you're going to kill off everything, aren't you? If you actually want something of this to continue, well, I'm being honest enough to say I can't do it on my own. I supported the channel on my own when I could, and I financed it, and I financed it when people were shitting all over me and the channel. I financed all that, all at my expense. Thank you very much, people. Paying people, actually paying people, points or not, to go online and not be happy. Thanks. You know, you want this to work, well, you have to support it. If you don't want to support this, Warren, and you just want to keep kicking me and keep slagging me off and going, well, it's not right, and this ain't right, and that ain't right, and, you know, this is a load of bollocks, and that's a load of bollocks, well, then you're just going to tell everybody that you don't care, and it's all a load of bollocks, and you don't want it to continue, and it won't. What, you said you couldn't trade in Amazon, but Warren linked your sales page. Well, I don't know how that's possible, because our Amazon went down weeks ago. So if you've got our products on Amazon, I don't think you can buy them. Try. But we haven't had a sale from Amazon in a couple of weeks. So, you know, I'm live now. Why don't you go on there? John Benson, have you got an Amazon account, John? I trust you. John, go on to Amazon, go on this link they're talking about and see if you can buy one single item. Because as far as I know, we haven't had a single item sold on Amazon in 2 weeks because we can't. But obviously someone wants to go, Ian, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. Why? Why do you feel the need to do that? And even if John comes back and goes, actually, Ian, I could buy something, well, I'm going to go, fucking hell, I didn't know that. What are you going to do then? You're a liar, you're a liar. Is that what you're going to do, Mr. Coin fan? What is the matter with your mentality?
Troll.
It's almost like there are people now that are going to do their best to try and prove anything I say is a lie. Why? What's the point? You're going to have a tough time. You really are going to have a tough time. Amazon is not working. We haven't got our stuff for sale on Amazon. I've been needing to talk to Roger to see if we can try and do it through this other bit of software that we've got that's attached to our site to do that. Pardon me. But I'm not at that point yet. And the stuff that we did have on Amazon, it all came off. No. Okay. I just remembered. Yeah, that'll make me look a prick. I just remembered. We're on a couple of Amazon sites. We're on Amazon Germany, or we was, and North America, and English, whatever. And some of it is, some of it's gone and some of it ain't. So actually there is still some Amazon stuff on there, probably. Yeah. Exactly, I don't know. So I didn't see that. Can you put that back up again? It's no good putting up something for Simply Business, Accounts and Tax Limited, trading as FEVs, the stamp and coin. I don't even understand what that means. Simply Business, Accounts and Tax Limited, trading as FEVs. I don't even know what a FEV is. The stamp and coin collector. I don't know what any of that means. Sorry. That is the account trading on Amazon and the TGBCH end. Really? Well, it ain't me. I see. Gotcha. Yeah. 2 and 2 makes 6, yeah? So we've got people thinking, oh, TGBCH, Ian's so greedy, the dirty bastard, he's gone and started another business in Gravesend, not telling anybody, siphoning off all the money, yeah? Because Ian's so stupid. He's so stupid, Ian, after doing all this from a penny in 7 years, he's so stupid, he's going to go and do that, knowing, and use his same name. Yeah, of course.
Wow.
No, it's not me.
Wow.
Gravesend in Kent, nothing to do with me.
Wow. That's all I can say.
I'm not the only person in the world allowed to use the letters TGBCH. Just like Change Checker ain't the only people in the world to use Change Checker. You know, try typing in changechecker.com. No, clearly the customers are stupid seeing TGBCH on Amazon and assuming it is you. No, I wouldn't call a customer stupid. I've never called a customer stupid. And I find that highly offensive.
Yeah.
I have never once in 7 years called a customer stupid. Not that I can recollect anyway.
They might.
But, you know, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do about someone else in another town who I don't know wanting to call their business TGBCH? What do you expect? Ian Warren keeps your channel going. If it wasn't for him, it would have been finished long ago. Absolutely, I don't disagree with that.
That's why you trust him.
Put that one back up. I didn't see it. If you're going to put them up, give me a chance to read them, please. Agree there, John. I presume that's a lot of logistics involved, organising who's coming on and when, etc. Absolutely right. Every time I talk to Warren, I say to him, are you doing too much? Every time, nearly enough. I challenge Warren to tell me I'm a liar. All the time I talk to him, don't do too much. Be careful of your fizzy pop bottle. I don't expect you to do to him, and I involve him a lot. And he's come to be an integral part of the channel. Hence why I say I trust him. And I trust him enough to let him go off the rails and slag me off. I still trust him. I defy you to go out there and find anybody that would do that. The way Warren has slagged me off this morning, and yet I'm saying to you I still trust him and trust him to run the channel. Yeah, I trust him to run the channel. Because what he's saying, he's only saying what he's humanly thinking and what they're thinking. The only difference is you get that from me anyway. I have to wait until you get pent up. All the stuff that Warren's been talking about on his stream, don't you think that he should have talked to me about that long before now? Doesn't anybody think, has nobody stopped to think, hang on a minute, Warren feels a bit like this, why is he not saying it to Ian? That's the first thing I think of. Why are you not saying it to me? Why are the CJs not saying it to me? You get enough opportunity, you speak to me on the phone enough. I care about you enough to worry about how you're doing and worry about how much you're taking on and worry about whether or not you're filling out your fizzy pop bottle. How can I not understand how much work that Warren does? I talk about it all the time. What is it? I must be missing something. What is it I'm doing wrong there? Warren, so annoyed you are getting this abuse. I'm not even abusing Warren. I'm not even talking to Warren. I'm not talking to Warren, John. I'm talking to people like Coin Fan and other people. I'm annoyed. I'm angry. I'm angry because I've got everybody telling me, you got to come on. Stop firing off Amazon. You have openly said that you use agents in the past. So why is it hard for us to think an agent is being used there? I'll tell you why it's so hard, Warren. Because you could have asked, mate.
Whatever. Ian,
yeah, you could have asked. Why didn't you ask?
It's annoying me. You've spoken just honestly. Just be honest.
Why didn't you ask?
Christ almighty. Just terrible. It's alright, whilst you're bent over backwards.
Ian, I have pictures of coins with your writing on Amazon, and you are still saying it's nothing to do with you. No, I'm not saying that. Fucking hell. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I am not Gravesend. If someone else has opened up a new Amazon account under the name TGBCH at Gravesend, that is not me. That is separate discussion from whether or not we actually have anything for sale on Amazon. As far as I'm aware, we haven't. We didn't have. But then I forgot the conversation with John. Am I not allowed to forget? And so at the moment, I think, and I'm going to say I think, because you're obviously holding me to account over everything I say. So I think we have some stuff on Amazon, but I can't tell you which Amazon. I don't know whether it's Amazon France, Amazon Germany, North America, Canada, or UK. I don't know. I've no idea. The fact that you've got pictures of them, what difference does that make? No, this is all Amazon UK. Okay, so we may very well have some stuff on Amazon then. I didn't think we had. I didn't think the sale had come through from Amazon for the last 2 weeks. But if it's that important to you, I'll ask Logan when he comes back and say, are we still selling on Amazon? Because I don't know. What I fail to understand right here, right now, is why is there such a big deal and a big argument about Amazon? I'm not understanding. My brain likes to understand, and I'm not understanding. What's the big deal with Amazon? Amazon was never worth a fortune to us anyway. What's the big deal with Amazon?
Because they think
What?
we're calling him Snidey somehow, that's why.
Well, I can't answer. You know, you have to give me more to go on. What's the big deal with Amazon? No one wants to say? So, oh man. So I'm getting a grilling over Amazon. No big deal. Customers asked you if it was you. You clearly state the Gravesend account is not you, even though it has your writing on it, selling items not available on the website. Ah, okay. Thank you. Can we start with what are the items that they're selling that's not available on the website? So how do we get this home to everyone? Ian has got to pay 400 quid. How shall we do it? Don't worry about it, John, because at the moment, nobody wants to. At the moment, I think everybody thinks Ian is shit, and that's fine. I'm quite happy to be everybody's doormat for the moment. I'd like to answer one question at a time, and now we seem to have a very important one, because even my top CJ, even Warren, thinks that I'm fucking him over. So I think that's a little bit more important than anything else. I'm just like this. Ian, please, there are hundreds of items on there from A to Z Olympics, etc. And?
Oh, they really think it's something terrible, don't they?
At no point did I say you was fucking me over. Don't put words in my mouth. I am asking you questions people put to me earlier. No, I said people think I'm fucking, or you think I'm fucking you over. You must do to be saying to me, Ian, come on. There's thousands of items on there, Ian, and they've all got your signature on. It's all your writing, Ian. They're all your photographs, Ian. Ian, it's all your stuff being sold on this Gravesend account, Ian. If you're saying that to me, you think I'm fucking you over. Do you not get that? Do you not get how that translates into my head?
And mine.
And Fran's? You're telling me that I'm lying to you.
You're questioning whether
You're questioning me. You're telling me I'm lying to you. You're questioning whether I'm being straight with you.
Not being funny.
So does that not equate into my head that Warren thinks I'm fucking him over?
I know that this is really important to
Please.
everybody, but right now, really, the timing is so.
No, they need it. Don't matter about me. Don't matter about me, Dad. They need it.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is more important. Has anybody stopped to think for 1 second that someone might have copied my photographs? Think of that. Think that. Can't think you lying to me. Nobody can. And don't go and log off and run away. When one person thinks the other person is lying to them, then that person must be having them over in some way. So if I'm lying to you, I must be. And I'm not lying to you, so I'm not. So what we're doing, and I'm going to lose signal in a minute, so I don't want anybody to think, oh, Ian's running away. So at the moment, we have a situation where there's stuff for sale on Amazon that's my photographs. It's stuff for sale that I have site, and it's all being listed and sold by somebody in Gravesend in Kent. And so because of that, it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck, therefore it must be. It's Ian. My address. We work from my dining room. I can't afford an office. Not at the moment. So what I would be doing in Gravesend in Kent, I don't know. Whoever they are, they shouldn't be using our photographs. Now, I suppose, some of you are going to say, oh, then, I haven't got any money, and 288 group, so,
you're in a car.
And, yeah. So I can't do anything about that.
Dear God.
Can you take that off? It's been there long enough. That's not what I said. I said, that's how it comes across. That's how it translates into my ink in that. Would trust in what I tell you. If you don't think I'm having you over, then you would trust me. If you don't trust me, then you think I'm having you over. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. I mean, am I actually going to get any proper comments? Any proper questions? I've come on here because you lot demanded that I come on. If I don't come on, I lose credibility and all the rest of it. You've demanded me to come on, regardless of my personal circumstances, and and you're not giving me any proper questions. I don't get it. Am I just talking to myself even? Can you even hear me? Are there any? Is there any chat? There's no chat.
But we're in a no signal. Most probably you're just talking away.
I don't know. I don't think there's anybody there.
Just come off. Just come off. Just come off. I think you need to phone Warren and just say to him, because that shouldn't really have gone live. You should phone Warren really first.
I mean, all this leaving me to talk and Warren putting messages up like that, it's all rubbish. I think Warren and I should be talking face to face. And I think Warren should be asking me and I should be answering. And I think half of you think the same thing. This is just rubbish. But it looks like he might have gone. So it looks like he might have gone and just left me on it. And unless you've actually got a question for me, what do you want me to do? Warren logged off YouTube too. So you don't want me on then? So none of you wanted me on. None of you wanted me to answer any questions. You didn't like the way I was trying to get out of trouble. Is that it? Is that what it was? Does anybody expect me not to lose my filbert? Does anybody expect me not to blow my top? I can't believe the way I was spoken about this morning, on the one hand. On the other hand, totally understand it. And for Warren, who's listening, I totally understand it and I totally get it. And that's why I was continuing to say, I trust you. Now, I can keep trusting you, even though you completely done me over there. I can still say I can trust you because I can understand how you can have those kind of feelings. That says an awful lot. You should be coming back on here and talking to me. Not having it one way on the phone and a different way on live. You should be talking to me. If you've got serious concerns, ask me. Ask me what those concerns are, and I'll answer them. I mean, you know, I've been humiliated and embarrassed as much as I could be. Even you logging off and leaving that message up there, you've done that to embarrass me. You've done that to humiliate me. Why? What's the point?
That's just not nice.
It's not a nice thing to do. It's really not a nice thing to do. You didn't have to do that. We all make choices. I make my choices. I've trusted people, put things within my business in the hands of people. I had a very bad feeling for a long time it will go wrong one day and it will be a really big mess as money makes big troubles, people. Yes, it does. Ian, I think you should apologise to Warren. What for? What for? Tell me what I should apologise to him for. I never said you should come on. I asked you my 2 questions and you have answered them. Ian, seems like you are bullshitting, bruv. Yeah, all right, fair enough, John. If you take that, if that's what you think, that's what you think. Can hear you, mate. Sorry for what's happening, mate. Yeah, thanks, Lee. What is it that's come across wrong that you think I need to apologise to Warren for? What does Warren think I need to apologise for? What have I said that's come across wrong? Because I think if you watch the stream back, I've been very clear in what I've been saying, even when I had the even when I was shouting. I was still very clear in what I was saying. I made complete sense. I never blamed Warren for anything. The thing is, Ian, you get abusive and attacked when a question is asked of you. I get abusive and attacked. All right, well, show me then. Ask me a question. Ask me a question. I don't get abusive.
Ian, they just want their pound of meat, really. There's
It's
no
like you all just
compassion
want a
here.
pound of flesh.
There is no compassion, no understanding. They just want to have a go.
When
you're down, that's what it is.
How long are you going to leave that one up there for? I've read it now. Ask me a question and I'll learn what they've got abusive to. I haven't got abusive to a single question. I got angry. Yeah, got angry. Angry at the way I'm treated. Going up to and sitting with my dad while he dies, coming back, and then going up to burying my dad and coming back. Yeah, I got angry. People have asked what will happen to points or COA if you do not get access to the site back. If I don't get access to the site back, not being allowed access to the site is not in question. I will get access to the site back. It's only a question of paying $515 pissing dollars.
Guys, this is making a
That's all
drama
it
out of
is.
crisis. How long has the
It's a
website
drama
been
being.
down?
What she's
How
saying is
long
right.
has the website been down, guys? You're all making a drama out of crisis. Sorry, but you are. It's been down a few hours. What do you expect to happen? Over the weekend, just before Christmas, and just after Ian's father has died. Sorry, what do you expect? No, turn it off, mate. I'm driving.
What do you expect? Okay, when will you get access to the site back? I mean,
Really?
Really? Is this what's annoying? I'm on my way back.
Give
When
us
will I get access to the...
half a chance?
You can go back to the other question, actually, Warren. Get rid of this one. I'll do this one in a minute. Go back to what you just said a minute ago. When will I get the site back? Yeah. I mean, when will I get the site back? Because I'm being told I'm being abusive in my answers. So I've got to be really careful how I answer now. When will I get the site back? I found out the site was down at what time was it? Whatever time.
11 o'clock.
And being as everybody is watching me like a hawk, including Warren, one of you will know what time I put that message into the group chat. Whatever time I put that message into the group chat, read the other message, logged onto the site, took a photograph, the screenshot, went into the group chat. So I'm going to guess it was around about or so this morning.
I said 11.
Right? And from that moment, I was on it. And I was talking in a group chat. Then I was thinking about it. Then I asked you if I could phone you. You said yes. I phoned you. We talked about it. I said I will think about it, come up with something, because I can't have it go down, and I'll come back to you. That is the truth on what happened. You know it, and I know it. And then I phoned back again, and I said I think I've got it if it works, but I don't know if it will work. I don't know if they'll go for it. They, meaning the customers, I don't know if they'll go for it. So, and I said, what I've come up with is 175 quid for a mystery coin parcel, £1,000, 150 quid for just a mystery parcel across the site, and 125 quid for a Prince parcel. What do you think? And you said, that might be all right, or words to that effect. And you were supportive of the whole idea. Otherwise, I would not have gone ahead with it. That was how I was going to try and get back online. But you came on, said to everybody, Ian's come up with this idea, but I think it's crap. So nobody's going to buy into it. If the person selling it, you, says it's crap, don't buy into it, nobody will buy into it. Had 3 people bought into it, I'd be back online now. I only need 3 people to buy into it. I'd have given away £3,000 worth of coins for, 525 quid. And I wouldn't have cared because it would have got me back online. That's me doing everything I can possibly do to get back online. And that, it seems, wasn't good enough. So it makes me wonder what I should have offered to make it good enough. Javid says, this is the reason I took some steps back, as I'm not the richest guy here and take big risks, as I've done business where I always had confirmation that everything is bad or good times in my hands. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I understand. People have to make their own decisions. You make your own decisions with the information that you have available. Warren can only make his decisions based on the information he's got available at the time. I make the decisions based on the information I've got available at the time. That's all anybody can do. If I make a wrong decision and I get hauled over the coals for it, I'm going to get hauled over the coals for it from everybody, you lot. If Warren makes a bad decision, he only gets a bollocking from one person, me. If John makes a bad decision, he only gets a bollocking from one person, me. I make a bad decision, I get it from all of you. I never saw the one before this either. But 2 weeks or less ago, you announced this understand why people learn. Of course I can understand why people are concerned. And I also told you to announce the insolvency, and it would go out, and it would. Did you think in one thing I met over I said it's going to be difficult, and there's going to be an awful lot of issues? I said that. And I said we would go in. And we would go out, and we would go over the next. Does that translate into other people? Ha ha ha, my fault you've not sold free passes to get back online.
Oh,
Seriously, is it my fault? Am I the only one who pushes start? No, there's no point having this conversation with you, Warren, because you're just being defensive. Whatever I'm saying, you're taking it as a personal attack on you. And yet, when you watch this stream back with a clear head, I'm sure you're going to be embarrassed at some of the questions you've asked me. Because you're going to watch this when you watch it back and you're going to go, actually, that was really unfair on Ian. That was really unfair. Ian, if you have so many, what do you think I've been doing, John? I came up with the idea to do some parcels. However you like, sell them flat out at that rate or start them off in an auction at that rate. I don't really care. I just need to sell 3 or 4. And no, I'm not blaming you that I didn't sell them, Warren. I'm blaming myself, obviously. Because if I was doing my job properly, you wouldn't have gone online and slated me. So I was obviously not doing my job properly. There is a reason you did what you did. There is a reason you said what you said. There is a reason you are continuing to be defensive and to keep putting words in my mouth that I'm not saying. There's a reason for that. I don't know what that reason is because you haven't said, but there is a reason for that somewhere along the line. And I can't deal with that right now because I don't know how to. But you can keep saying the things that you're saying and I will keep giving you my answer. I never allow people to put words in my mouth. You know that right now. You don't need to read between the lines with what I'm saying. I tell you what I think. If I thought you was a wanker, I'd say you're a wanker. I don't think you're a wanker. How can I be actually you to be on video chat so you can look me in the eye and know that I'm telling you the truth? Who else has ever treated you the way I treat you in that respect? I'm passing questions to you. People ask me. So no, I'm not invaded. You have not solved them because I said it's not a good deal. For fuck's sake. That's just picking on points. It's just picking on minuscule little points in a conversation. It's not worth it. Ian, sorry. I logged off. You wanted me back to do this live and you're still changing stories. So sorry, I've had enough listening. I'm not changing any stories.
How?
Warren, I'm not changing any stories.
Warren, you need to speak on the phone. That's ridiculous.
I still don't understand now why you were 100% supportive on the phone and the opposite when you got off the phone. 100% supportive, 100. I don't understand. I am not picking on you. I have not blamed you. At the same time, let me ask you another question, because this is not blaming you, but do you really think that somebody could come online with such a negative spin and be able to sell anything? You could have offered people £50 notes for a £5 and nobody would have bought one. That's all I'm saying. Negativity. Positivity breeds positivity. I always look for the positive in everything. In everything. You've seen me do it again and again. I refuse to lay down and just take it. Just like I refuse to lay down and take all this. I'm not taking all this. I ain't done nothing wrong. People want to misunderstand and get their knickers in a twist. That ain't down to me. I'm very clear in what I've said. And I think if you watch this video stream back, you will see that I've been very clear in what I've said. If anybody watches this video stream back, you'll see I've been very clear in what I've said. I've answered the comments that you've put up. I mean, sell them in a real auction just to get some money back. People don't want auctions all the time on site. Okay, sell them in a real auction. People don't want them auctions all the time. You've just said, all right, you can leave that one there if you want, and I'll, I mean, you're either putting them up too far. You see what I mean? You're either putting them up too fast, or you're not, or they're too slow. Give me a break. How much stress do you want to put me under?
Off the stream, please.
I'm not coming off yet. I'm answering. I'll come off in a minute when it cuts us out. I'm not coming off yet. First of all, John, to answer your question, I can't do the auctions that we were doing before, because what you want me to do is you want me to put stuff up in individual auctions where you can buy something for £2.50. I've got no way of transacting that. And I'm not going to have loads and loads and loads of £2.50s going into the bank account. So if I'm going to do anything, it has money. It has to be 100 quid, 200 quid, 50 quid. It has to be large volumes of money in order to know who pays what when it goes into the bank account. Which people don't do what it is they've been asked to do. You ask people to pay money into a bank account and put a reference in, they don't put a reference in. Now you don't know who that person is. If John Benson pays 50 quid in and he puts the reference John Benson, I know it's John Benson's money. But if someone pays, I don't know. I don't know. It gets too messy. So what we needed to do was we needed to raise large amounts of money. The reason I picked those prices, as I told, was 150, 125. If I see them appear in the bank account, I know exactly what they are. And the reason I gave him a different bank account number is because I'm a sole trader. It's legal. I can use any bank account I want because it's all mine. Just like when it goes wrong, it's all my shit. That's the thing about being a sole trader. You told us you're insolvent, so why back a three-legged horse? Don't back me. And the faster I go under. It's quite obvious, isn't it? There's a boat in front of you. I'll read this, leave it there. There's a boat in view, Lauren. There is a boat, and that boat is filling up with water. Now, you can all muck in and help, and maybe we keep the boat afloat, or bother and watch the boat sink. That's the only way I can answer that question, Ron. I'm sorry. I don't mean that to be rude. But if you don't want to back a three-legged horse, don't back it. I mean, why back me? What's the fucking point in backing me? I'm 56 years old. I've got a colostomy bag. I've got heart attacks, seizures, stress. Yeah, you're quite right. Why back me? Don't bother. Let me answer the next question. Did people put video comments and tell us now I'm logging off? I can't. I can't see the comments. You know I can't see the comments. You know I don't absolutely nothing. The only thing I said negative you was, and I'll be No.